Hi, how are you?
How are you?
We're students from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, hi. And we are having a road trip now.
Like, never assume that anything you love will be there tomorrow. Like something along those lines.
yeah.
I was like, wow, that's really powerful. Let's see.
What's your major?
Studio art.
Studio art.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I just love to draw and paint and everything. And so I was thinking about going to art school. There are a couple really good schools like Otis College of Art and Design, which is in LA. Or I don't know if you guys know RISD, which is in Rhode Island near Brown. And so I was like, I'm going to go to art school. And then all of my friends and family and my teachers were like, no, your grades are too good. You need to go to a regular school. So I said, fine, I'll go to a liberal arts school and I'll major in studio art. So that was like my way of like staying true to myself and my dreams. And I think the cool thing about like a liberal arts education is that you do still learn how to like write and like do critical thinking, but at the same time you can just kind of do whatever else you want. Yeah. So that's how I ended up at Dartmouth. Plus, when I was a senior in high school, I was like so done with my family. I was like, I'm gonna go 3,000 miles away from school, like all the way across the country. Like, bye mom, bye dad, I'm done with you. So that's how I ended up here. So I mostly focus on drawing and painting. Haven't done any architecture or photography yet. Clearly you guys have done photography. Any challenges that I've faced? It's just, the culture here is really interesting. Like, it's not as diverse of a place as Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there are just certain spaces on campus, like the frats and stuff, where I don't feel very comfortable. So like finding a social niche and like finding like my group on campus has been pretty difficult.
And how do you overcome this?
Well, I overcame it by, so last year I was really disappointed and I was thinking about like transferring. I was like, Dartmouth must not be for me, like I can't find people who I really click with. But then I realized that disappointment is just another way of knowing what you want, right? Yeah. So I said, all right, if these are the things that I don't like about Dartmouth, how can I make them happen here? Yeah. So I just found like queer spaces on campus. I joined like a co-ed fraternity sort of deal, like a co-ed organization. And I worked really hard to like build an arts community on campus. Yeah. So right now I'm in charge of the student gallery at the Visual Arts Center. Wow. Yeah. So like helping to coordinate exhibitions. I was really upset. I was like, where are all the artists on campus? Well, now I get to go find them, right? Yeah. So that's how I overcame
get your group. If there is something or some stories or even some person that inspiring you.
So last year there was this artist in residence talk by this photographer who's amazing, Emmett Gowan, I'll write down his name. Yeah. And he was talking about how he was traveling the world taking photos and he visited Petra, which is like this huge like rock sculpture that was carved like thousands of years ago, right? And he was there, but he wasn't really there to see it, and he had his camera out and he was like, I guess I'll take a picture of it anyway, it's pretty cool, right? So he snaps a couple shots. Then the next year he comes back specifically to photograph Petra, and the whole thing is just crumbled to the ground, this huge stone monolith, right? Yeah. And so he said to the audience, he was like, never assume that anything you love will be there tomorrow. Like something along those lines. I was like, wow, that's really powerful.